Hey guys, it's Lanhart here and welcome to episode 13, I think, of my F1 2016 career mode. And obviously we're in Belgium here, a track that I like a lot personally, Spa-Francorchamps. It's one of the best circuits in the world. So, without further ado, let's get into the weekend. And obviously you've got another sponsor bonus. Your actions on track are getting you noticed. The team sponsor has resource additional funding, which is pretty good, and I think we've got R&D.
Okay, I've got something for you. The new parts have been fitted to the car. The simulation numbers are good, so I look forward to your feedback. Check out the details.
So there's the R&D updates. Obviously we spent it on chassis weight last time, so we should be somewhere near Williams. I haven't actually checked where we are in development standings, and we're third. A third of everybody. So we could have a really good shout today for a podium, I guess. But honestly, I don't think we will be able to, because we have too much drag, honestly. We may have the straight line speed, we just have too much drag. And obviously we have everyone else with Renault and Force India upgrading their cars. So let's see what we can do in practice one.
We are then at the longest racetrack on the Formula One calendar. Welcome to the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for today's practice session. The Spa circuit really is one of the most iconic tracks on the calendar, and Eau Rouge is one of the best corners in F1 history. A sweeping left, right, left with a blind summit.
It's a downhill start with a sudden elevation change as you surge into a steep uphill section. From within the car, you cannot see the exit until you crest the hill. It's essential to stay flat out as the long Kemmel Straight continues to climb immediately afterwards.
As always, we're starting with track acclimatization, and on the first lap you can see we're already green coming through the final bits of the circuit through the bus stop chicaning onto the new start finish straight. And I think we might have purple here on our first lap. No, we're just 10 points away. So close again, but coming through Blanchimont and into the bus stop chicane again. I think we've had a better lap this time, and hopefully we're going to get some decent traction in DRS, and we do get a purple. So that's really, really good. The maximum amount of resource points, and obviously I haven't checked the weather, and it's going to be raining in qualifying, which will be interesting to see. But obviously now we're going to go to practice 2 and do qualifying pace, which I haven't been really too good at. That has always been like one mistake that's always just ruined it straight away. So we obviously failed this first lap, and now we're going on to the second lap. For some reason I just overcooked the corner and somehow do a bit of a flip, which is interesting. So it ruined my lap there, and obviously you can see we're like 12 seconds behind. So at that point I just gave up and went to qualifying.
It's qualifying time at Spa, one of the mightiest tracks on the Formula One calendar. Long straights, up and downhill, Eau Rouge as well. This track isn't for the faint-hearted. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
Top speed is a key factor for this circuit. Even if you can achieve the same lap time as someone running less wing than you, chances are you'll find overtaking difficult if you have too much drag.
Obviously, in qualifying here it's been raining, so what I'm thinking of doing is, because it's going to get dry, I'm probably going to do one lap and inters and wait for it to become dry and maybe take a risk and get a higher grid order position. So now we're going to go on to our first lap on the intermediate tyres, and coming through the bus stop chicane, and it's been an alright lap, but as we know our car is a bit of a dog in the rain. It's a bit it's easy to handle, but it's not very good speed-wise as we go between Perez and Massa there. But now, after coming back in, I am going to put on a set of dry tyres here, mainly the super soft, obviously, and hopefully I'm going to do one run on those, maybe 1 or 2 laps, depending on how much, and then just went to advanced time to see how much the track would dry out. Obviously everybody's still into some, so I was going to take a risk and go out on super softs here, and I think I only had time for one lap, so I don't think that I would be able to. But yeah, as we see, it's the checkered flag in qualifying coming through Blanchimont and going through the bus stop chicane. We'll set purple in every sector, obviously, and it seems that we're going to set a good time. We're going to be at least in the top 5, hopefully, as we are going to cross the qualifying line and finish in
Nice job.
5th place, which isn't bad. I don't know why they should have shown JBs, but let's
In
get
the
into
48 races held at Spa between 1950 and 2015, the race winner has only started from pole position on 16 occasions. Qualifying yesterday may have set the order for today, but expect the unexpected here at the Belgian Grand Prix. As the saying goes, of course, anything can happen. And you know what? It usually does. So here we are once again, ready to go racing through the Ardennes forest. 4.35 miles of long straights, fast corners and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high quality racing as well. Simply put it, there really is no place quite like Spa. Anthony Davidson is alongside me in the commentary box to take you through all the action today. Now, it's a closely matched field here in Spa, Ant, so where do you think we're going to see somebody make a difference?
If they're as close as we're expecting them to be, especially through the midfield, then being able to keep the front tyres in good condition could make the difference. You always lose a chunk of downforce at the front when you're in the turbulent air of another car, which tends to cause understeer, which in turn causes front tyre degradation. Now, too much damage there could force an early pit stop and put you at a slight disadvantage, so the drivers will want to be careful not to be too aggressive early on in the Grand Prix.
Okay, don't worry about making places into one, it's far too tight. Concentrate on a clean exit so you get good momentum down the Camel Straight.
On the grid here for the Belgian Grand Prix, we're going to do a simple strategy as soft, super soft to soft, as most of the front runners are doing here, as we're going to put a bit more fuel in the car as we're going to go through the grid here. We're going to get optimum revs, put it up in Twitch mix as we get 5 red lights, and it's away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. We automatically get a better start than Grosjean. It's bogged down a bit as we go down the inside of him. We might try to go around outside of Verstappen and give him a bit of space to come back because he pushes up front to the curb. We're going to keep racing him, maybe going into Eau Rouge, which I think I'm just going to back out of it and take the racing line, which I do, and obviously he goes wide and I get better traction as we miss his rear end by a millimetre there from our front wing, as we get tapped by Rosberg there, which is really annoying. But up into 3rd place, and that's really good because we might actually have a shot at a podium here in this race. Now on lap 3, obviously DRS is enabled, and Rosberg's going to try to come down the inside of us here, and we're going to try and leave him off space, but we just hold the racing line and just keep it. But now Rosberg's going to come back at us in the same lap, going into Boulogne, who tries to go down the inside of us but pushes us wide, which is really not a good racing move as he comes so close to our tyres there. So he tried to come back at him, which is not going to work, so we have to go down. Rosberg did a really bad move there. But on the same lap, I'm going into pits here, as we see Verstappen coming in at the same lap as us. And it seems that most of the front runners are coming in here. And after all, we've had the most worn tyres, so maybe qualifying on the super softs wasn't the best idea. But anyway, we're going to carry on and maybe try to get a really good result here, as we come out so far behind Massa, considering we were so close to him and we had our pit stop. But now, going on to lap 4, we go down the inside of Ericsson and maybe Nava as well, going through Blanchimont on the bus stop chicane. We have to let him back through for an illegal overtake. He goes into pits, so we get up into 17th, now 6th place as everyone pits, and we're going to try to go around the inside of Nazar here, get really late on the brakes. A bit of a dive bomb, but nevertheless it's not a bad move, as we come out behind Daniel Ricciardo, but he's jumped us in the pits, so we're not going to catch up to him. But now on lap 7, the VSC deploys. Julian Palmer gets out of the race, which is really annoying because everyone catches up to me because it's really hard to keep your delta in the positive in the pad. But VSC is ending anyway on the same lap. It's only lasted a couple of corners, but we can already see Button in our mirrors. So hopefully we can try to pull away from him here on lap 7. And now on lap 10, he's caught up between DRS and he maybe tries to put through a route down and move through a Rouge, which is really mental, but I think he's just going to wait for DRS down the Kimmel straight. He maybe tried to squeeze him out, but just not going to work. But he has better straight line speed and no drag. As we try to break late and go down the inside of him, as we do the cutback as we go down and the outside of him coming to here, and we just string it through and keep it into 5th place, which is a good spot. But now on lap 10, he tries to come round our outside, going into Wonshimov. It might be a really tough move, but we just string it through, and I think we just got the place. Alonso tried to do a move like Alonso at 130R in Japan, but it didn't work. And on the last lap, he passes us with DRS, and I don't think we're going to be able to get down the inside of him this time. No, we're not, so we just have to concede the place back to Button, which is really disappointing. And now here, on the final lap again, we see Vettel pushing us onto the grass coming down the inside, which is really annoying, so a lot like Rosberg just trying to force his way through. But I think we're going to go for a last gasp move down the inside at bus stop chicane, and we've just missed our braking zone a bit, and we're going to have to just kind of make the best of it and try not to cut the corner. But we've got DRS and we're just going to get into 6th place, which after where we started isn't great, but it's points nonetheless. Now here in the lobby, obviously, I thought we had enough resource points to get something here, but it turns out we don't. But hopefully we can carry somewhat of that performance into the next race in Italy. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.